If you want to use your smart cord, the one you've already got, if you have this type and don't want to order the hardwire cord, which is not a bad deal considering you have to buy some components, which you'll save money doing it my way, but you're not saving a fortune. I mean, I believe you can get the smart cord, the hardwire cord, for about $40. My way cost you about $10. But anyways, here's the regular cord, as you know. Make sure this is in shot here. This is the regular smart cord. Plugs into an accessory outlet, and you know it has the phone adapter to go into your unit, Passport Max. Okay. Now, to turn that, there's several ways you could do this. You could break this open, wire it straight off of this. You can also cut this and wire from there. I'm doing neither. I'm keeping the cord intact so that if I want to take it out and use it normally for whatever reason later, it's not destroyed. It's going to stay completely intact. So what I'm doing is what, if you thought about it, is what you would do as well. It's just a few things you need to know. First of all, obviously you want to get a female 12-volt accessory slot, adapter, whatever you want to call it. I got two of them. I'm going to use this one. I like it better. It's a bit nicer, but either one will work fine. I think I'm going to use this one anyways. It's a little bit smaller as well. Point is, you obviously stick that into the accessory slot. I've already put the wires in this one. Just so you know, if you get one like this that has the wires off of it, which this one had the wires off of it, the middle is going to be your hot 12-volt, and the outside is going to be your ground. Okay, so that's one end ready to go. It's got an inline fuse as well on this one. It's ready to go ground. That's ready to go hot 12-volt. Okay, now what about this end, right? Well, if it's long enough for you, you know, you plug right in, you're fine. But the cord's a bit thick, and it's not going to be long enough for my application and most applications. So you buy a phone cord, and let me show you a phone cord. It's the one I bought. Now, it looks like a regular phone cord, and it is. It will function as a regular phone cord, but it's a 6CP6 or a C6P6. Basically, all the big difference is it has 6 wires in here. Make sure the lens is on it. It has 6 wires in here. If you can see them, don't know, but they go just like this one does. This has 6 wires, so you're going to need 6 wires for data and power. If you match them up, they're going to be blue, yellow, green, red, black, and white. Now, this actually is reversed. Let me see. Let me get the other end of it from this end. But this one is the same. So it would probably work out fine, but you kind of want to watch that. Make sure one end is what I know you can't see this in the camera, but this end, the white wire starts over on the left side, and this end, the blue wire, starts over on this side. And this is the way it goes into the detector. So this is the end that I'm going to want to mark in some way, which I'll show you how I'll easily mark it to be the same way. The detector has 6, it has 6. Okay, so how to put them together. You could cut this off and splice 6 little bitty wires. No fun. By the way, this is a couple dollars. You buy what's called a straight through coupler. That is for data for RJ12, RJ11, RJ12. Same with this. Look up RJ11, RJ12. Make sure it's 6 wires. And this would be 6 pin or 6 wire straight through coupler. So you just want to plug in, you know, plug one end in one side and the other end the other side. You know, if you look real closely, you can see the wires touching, you know, which is which. Trying to look in there to see. Let's see if it matches up at all with the pattern. Looks like this side's blue, but once again, you want the blue on the left. Now this is going to pass through just fine. You know, wires are wires. The colors don't matter in a coupler. It's going to pass the same input on this wire out to that wire. It doesn't matter. But, you know, and the fact of the matter is you're going to have to swap it up a little bit anyways. But point is, you put one end in the coupler, obviously, and then the other end in the coupler, and that's how I'm going to mark it. Obviously, this is the end. I want the blue on the left coming out. Again, information is going to pass along the wires no matter what color they are. But one's a ground, one's a power, and so on. So, you know, if you can, try to match them up. Not so important. I know a lot of you guys are probably going to be like, that was useless information. Anyways, so there you have it. Now you have basically a hardwire kit. This is now 15 feet, 16 feet. You add this in, that's 17, 18 feet. And here's my power and my ground. And then this I'm going to route through the dash and come up, and I'm going to have about that much showing. And it's going to go into the side of the Passport Max. Okay, so now that you know that, there's something else. The way I'm going to do it is I'm going to go into my fuse box. Okay, instead of just picking a random wire, I'm going to try to do it safely. You know, I always try to do it the right way if possible. You know, there's no wrong way, but you know, there's safer ways and more efficient use of your power. So here's something you need to be aware of. You see here, these are called add a fuse, add a circuit type of deals. Just look up add a circuit and you'll find them. You can find them at your local auto parts store. You see how one is, let me put a fuse in, and the other one so you can really see the difference. This I'm going to use, since this is about an amp draw per, I'm going to put a 5 amp in. 3.5 would probably work fine. I'm just going to stick 5 amp in on mine. And it's tight. Okay, that's about as tight as it gets. Now look, you see, obviously, one's a lot bigger than the other. Okay, my car uses, it's 2008 Nissan 350Z. It uses what's called the mini fuses. These are referred to as ATM. And the other ones I believe are ATO. Okay, but just have a look at your fuse box. You'll see this is what I call a normal fuse, and this is what I call a mini, you know, a not so normal fuse. But this, you know, the save space does the same exact thing. Anyway, so you want to be careful in case your car has one. You want to order the right one so you don't waste money. Okay, so this one is for a different car. You know, different fuses, different sizes. You know, so any of these large fuses gone. I already got the fuse that I'm going to use with it. If it blows, I can put a 7.5 or 7 or a 10 in there. So this will go to, I'm going to have to cut this power wire, and it will go in, and this goes into the fuse box, and this will ground off onto a chassis bolt. Okay, and then I've already figured out the location of where I'm going to put this, where it's going to be hidden, and I'm going to wrap this in electrical tape You know, I got duct tape, I have electrical tape, I didn't get it out. There's always something you don't get out, right? Go ahead and close this port off for the heck of it. And I found a location. Be sure on this that you twist this the right way, and you find a location to where you can access this mini USB in case you need to update it. You don't want to have to rip this out of your car, where you can just pull the fuse panel or whatever. In my case, it's going to be right up under my dash that I can get to it. And you can get a laptop, plug it right in. If a firmware update comes, and you're good. Okay, so that's your cord. It's ready to go. That's how you turn it into a hardware kit for, let's see, let me add it up, $2, $2, and the cord, this was a 10-foot cord, we'll say $3.99. So $4, $2, $2, $8. We'll just call it $10. It was really $8.